This week on GamePron News, one of the world's oldest first-person shooters is finally allowed into Germany. BioWare has taken the wraps off of our new female hero for Mass Effect 3, as both Star Wars Galaxies and The Secret World want you to pick a side. Playdead Studios has saved its pennies from the sale of Limbo and bought itself. Team Bondi, the Australian-based developer of L.A. Noire, has officially been handed over to external administration, and Tim Schafer learns that the Xbox 360 is a sometimes food. Hi, I'm Jessica Citizen. It's true, nearly 20 years after its initial release, seminal first-person shooter Doom has been allowed onto shelves in Germany. Developer id Software did try to make the game available back in the day, but it seems that something offended the USK, the German censors, so Doom and its sequel, Doom 2, was stuck on the ominous-sounding list of media harmful to young people. Just like in Australia, if a game is considered inappropriate for the kids, it's inappropriate for everybody, so being on the index means the game is essentially banned. For almost 2 decades, it was illegal for Doom to be sold, advertised or displayed anywhere in Germany that children might see it, and there were some serious restrictions on the sale of the game via mail order too. Now though, new copyright holder ZeniMax Media has appealed the German decision, which has been overturned. Due largely to the game's historical value, and thanks to the poor graphical quality of the game helping to obscure the troublesome swastikas, Doom and Doom 2 are now both freely available in Germany with a USK 16+ rating. We hear that even though the game's a little dated, it's still fun as hell. If you'd prefer another sort of extraterrestrial foe, how about some Mass Effect 3? If you're a fan of the franchise, you can officially relax. The universe has spoken, and we can confirm that in Mass Effect 3, FemShep will indeed be Ginger. Fans of the BioWare franchise took to Facebook in their thousands to choose the look of the newest default intergalactic heroine. They chose her hairstyle and face, and then her hair colour. And while people claim blondes have more fun, the platinum model languished in 4th place after a brunette, a raven-locked version, and, of course, the fiery redhead who won by nearly 7,000 votes. Mass Effect 3 will hit PC, Xbox 360 and PS3 in March 2012 with the new-look female version of Commander Shepard in pride of place on the box art for the Collector's Edition, as well as featuring in the game. On a not totally unrelated note, the fate of the Galaxies is in your hands. The Star Wars Galaxies, anyway. As we know, Sony's Stellar MMO is closing the pod bay doors on December 15th, but in the last few months they're planning to do something a bit special. Starting next month, the galactic civil war will escalate further as the end is now in sight. It's up to you to pick a side. Who will you support, the Empire or the Rebel Alliance? On an undisclosed date before December 15th, all of the galactic civil war points will be tallied up, the number of supporters calculated, and a decision made. Whoever has the most points wins the game and the entire galaxy. The way the end of the world plays out hinges totally on the decision you make as a gamer, and each server may end up with a different outcome. If you haven't gotten into Star Wars Galaxies yet, you'd better be quick. New sign-ups close on September 15th, and you don't want to miss out on being a part of the end of the galaxy, do you? While you're picking sides, The Secret World, a new MMO from Funcom, pits 3 different factions against each other, and they want to know where you fit in. Should you join the Illuminati? I know people who are Templar to the core, but perhaps you'd prefer the Dragon. Whichever side you choose, be prepared to take up arms in the secret war, which is all about to unfold.
What if I told you there was a hidden world? That all around you is a secret world you've been blind to. And I have the power to give you sight. Let me tell you the secret. Once you lift the veil, you will see with your own eyes that the world's greatest myths and legends are all true. Few are prepared to hear that the terrors that plague the world's nightmares are real. But they are. The dark days are coming. A secret war has silently engulfed the earth. The forces of 3 secret societies are locked in combat with the rising scourge of evil. These 3 societies stand united in the fight against darkness, but remain divided in their timeless pursuit of power. Secret war is fought every day, on the battlefield and in the boardroom, as the society's competing agendas clash. When the dust settles, only one can pull the strings of global power. The Dragon deploy the forces of chaos as they fight to restore balance. The Templars' devotion to justice is timeless, as is their commitment to destroy evil. The Illuminati value the influence of power and the power of influence. In the war against evil, they're not afraid to fight dirty. Now, you must choose which side you will fight alongside in the secret war against darkness.
Electronic Arts and Funcom are keeping very quiet about the secret world, but the wraps are slowly starting to come off. I'd keep an eye out if I were you. This one's going to explode. Another one to keep an eye on is Playdead Studios. It's just been confirmed that the company has taken the money raised by selling copies of indie darling Limbo, which was recently released on both PS3 and Steam after a 2010 launch on Xbox 360, and they've poured it straight back into the company. Rather than spending the money on new hardware, new staff or new offices, the Copenhagen-based business took a different approach and actually bought itself. They repaid the investors and shareholders who had thrown money towards the fledgling company in the days before Limbo had been finished. Even though the cost was admittedly higher than they'd anticipated, Playdead CEO Dino Patti and game director Arndt Jensen described this as a big step on the way to becoming fully independent. The studio is now working on a new title, which we've already been told won't be ready for another 3 years. In other development news, this week saw the L.A. Noire developer Team Bondi closing its doors and the company officially placed into administration. Australian-based Team Bondi had come under fire since the launch of the crime thriller earlier this year, which had been 7 years in the making. Former and current employees complained publicly about poor working conditions at the studio, and many were upset that their names had apparently been left off of the L.A. Noire credits, despite having made significant contributions to the game. Reports have been swirling for weeks now that the Australian company has been sold off piece by piece to KMM Games, owned by George Miller, who created both Mad Max and Happy Feet. We're still no closer to any official revelations on the topic, but can confirm that the Team Bondi studios as we know them have closed. On a lighter note to end the week, we have a lesson from Tim Schafer at Double Fine, who explains why you should always look where you're going when you're out walking, even when you're on Sesame Street.
Nom, 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 nom. Cookie! Nom, nom, nom.
Oh yeah, going home with my new Xbox 360.
Oh boy, me can wait!
Can't wait to get home and play with my kid tonight. You got your cookie in my Xbox.
You got you what's it in me cookie?
Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, me totally on same page. 5-second rule! Nom, nom, nom.
In case you were wondering, Mr. Schafer has confirmed that yes, they did let him take home that chewed up Xbox. It possibly covered in monster spit. Till next week, I'm Jessica Citizen and this is GamePron News.